Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for tuning in to another one here on the Coach's Desk. We appreciate you being here. And as usual, people, we ask you, yeah, man, to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Of course, we're glad that you're here, but we want you to tell a friend about the content. So let's jump right into the meat of the matter. What we want to actually talk about in this one. We'll be talking about Rasheed Broadbell and his return to MVP, one of the biggest club in the world when it comes on to churning out talent, when it comes on to getting athletes to perform at their best, and that's MVP with the team of the Francis that are actually there leading the way where the club is concerned. So Rasheed Broadbell, he took up on himself to leave when he left high school to go to the University of Technology MVP camp, MVP setup to go on a journey of professional track and field. And when you talk about professional track and field, in the days when Rasheed Broadbell was just entering into the sport, he was one of them that persons probably think that, he doesn't have the talent, he doesn't have the acumen to go and be a world beater. And you see what he has done throughout his short career and young career so far. So we have to talk about Rasheed Broadbell's past. And of course, he used to attend the San Diego, moved from Bridgeport, of course, to San Diego, and then he went on. But for whatever reason, something transpired at MVP Track Club and he left MVP Track Club. We don't want to get into that because we don't know the details surrounding him leaving MVP. But the fact of the matter is that he spent 3 years away from MVP and he was at the Elite Performance Track Club. And now he has decided to end that relationship and have a return to MVP. Steen? And of course, he doesn't go back there as Rasheed Broadbell. He goes back there as Olympic bronze medalist Rasheed Broadbell. He indicates people that he's looking forward to doing great things with the legendary track coach Stephen Francis after returning to MVP Track Club. Now, we know what Stephen Francis can do. We know what he has done to hurdlers, whether it be female or male, whether it be the short sprints or the intermediate hurdles, where that is the 400-meter hurdles. So Stephen Francis has the potential. I'm at potential. Oh, yeah, talk say. Stephen Francis has the acumen to move Rasheed Broadbell from where he's at now to the higher heights that he wants to reach in his career. And of course, there are several athletes out there, several tough hurdlers. I mean, the main protagonist in this one has to be the man that cannot stop, lose, or win. That man is Grant Holloway, a phenomenal talent, a phenomenal athlete. He has proven time and time again. Broadbell has proven that he can beat him, but at the end of the day, Grant always wins when it matters. And I believe that that is what Rasheed Broadbell lacks, where that is concerned from a standpoint of dethroning the man Grant Holloway. And I think one of his goals is to be a champion, and that is world champion. He's going to go next year is world championship year, and he's going back to MVP for that preparation to get him to that goal. Yeah. Now, Broadbell finished third. Of course, you know that he's the bronze medalist in one of the 100-meter hurdles in Paris, and they did a lavish ceremony for them. The medal winners from Paris, turnover hotel, the Jamaica Olympic Association. So congratulations to Broadbell again on getting some more funds in their pocket, and you don't know it going on. Now, Broadbell is now 24-year-old. Hurdlers tend to have a longer lifespan or shelf span. So I do believe that Rasheed, being 24, he has the height, he has the speed. I think one of the critical aspects of his Um, race is his technique, that technical part of it. Now, will Stephen Francis get him to that place where he can snap over those hurdles as quickly as possible? His cadence and his rhythm can be super, super, so that he can challenge. Obviously, if Broadbell and Holloway was to do a 100-meter sprint, I certainly believe that Broadbell would take down Grant. And he has proven it. Like I said earlier, he would have already taken down Grant in several Diamond League races on the circuit where he came from back. So obviously, if Rasheed Broadbell were to get his race pattern great, clean up some early technique, then he and stay close to a Grant Holloway, then he will cause a lot of problem where Holloway is concerned. And I think Stephen Francis is the man who can bring him to that place. Now, what Rasheed Broadbell indicated is that they would have had goals since 2019. Yeah, he has started to train already. So he said pretty much that these goals, even though they have been 3 years down the line, they have not changed. Yeah. Um, they both share the same goals. And with his help, his experience about everything in track and field, he should be able to uh get things done and get him to that ultimate that he wants to achieve. That ultimate, I believe, would be a world title, whether it be Olympics, whether it be uh, a world championship. He has already won the Commonwealth Games, but I think he's hungry for more. He hungers after more success. You get what I'm saying? So I do believe that Rasheed Broadbell has all that it takes. He's sub 13 runner in the 110 hurdles. So I do believe that he has the propensity to go fast. But one thing that needs to be done is the cleaning up of his hurdles technique. And again, I do see Stephen Francis as the man to do such thing for a Rasheed Broadbell. And that hunger, that I mean, Rasheed Broadbell would have gone through a lot, you know. I mean, he sold favorite in our world games, and he ended up falling. You know what I mean? A huge disappointment. He came back this season. He went through surgery, but he still did not give up. He came out, he qualified for the team. He was still having challenges, and he still went to the Olympic Games and got himself a bronze medal, which a lot of the fan base, they're saying that, you know, that possibly was a silver medal. But we're not getting into that because we know what it is. It is a bronze medal. So we don't want to get into that. But sometimes, you know, we have to touch a little bit of this that the fans will want to talk about. But as you can see in that photo, Frano and One Bell link up. And you know, so when the link up they go on, great things are going to take place. He was on the cusp of doing great. And like I said, I don't know what transpired, but they sever. But now they are back. They are back. And we look for great things. What do you think? What are your expectations from Rasheed Broadbell since he linked up back with the guru? Since he linked up back with the specialist? Since he linked up back with the great man? Will he change events and do the 100 meters or the 200 meters or do both? Or I tell you, Rasheed Broadbell has a lot of speed. Just need control, cadence, that will be able to, get at those hurdles. Do the great things. That I do believe he can be very talented. And he has step up his game in the because his friend, Bastiana, forward, hot off Them youth, they probably pass friendship stage. Brother, them youth. See it? Them brother go forward. Vashan, Bastiana. Look out for that. What do you think? Drop it in the comment section, people. Until next time, thanks very much for tuning in to another one. See you in another one.